Very good evening, everybody. Today we are going to discuss about the central administration of Mauryas. Mauryas were classified into central administration, revenue administration, provincial administration, and city administrations, in which we are going to only emphasize about the central administration. First, we are going to see about the sources of information. So, some of the sources, Arthashastra, which is important source, is written by Kaudilya, and the Indica of Megasthenes, then inscriptions of Ashoka, and the Mutra Rakshasa of Visadatta. These are the important sources which were consulted for the constructions of the Mauryas administration. The central administration. The king, who occupied a foremost place in the administrative machinery, he has legislative, executive, and judicial power in the country, but he never behaved like a despot. Maurya state was a welfare state, but it is not a policy state. Arthashastra, which says like, in the happiness of the subject lies his, that is king happiness. In their welfare, that is king's welfare. Whatever pleases himself, he shall not consider as good, but whatever pleases his subject, he shall consider as good. This is attested by the Arthashastra, which was written by Kaudilya. And the king, who strained every nerves to promote the material and moral welfare of the people. The edicts of Ashoka, it is also one of the important source of Mauryas, which revealed that the king considered himself as the servant of the people. The king was the law-abiding monarch. The law was above the king and not the king above the law. So, in which what we understand that all are equal before the law. Whenever the king misbehaved, the people had very rights to dispose him and put another person to rule the country in the seats of the country. The king worked hard according to a very heavy timetable. He had to dispense justice, hear the report of the spies, receive minister, check revenue account, attend the correspondence, inspect the army, and spend some times in amusement. These are the day-to-day plan of the king, who follow this plan in order to welfare of the country. In the day-to-day administration of the country, circle of mantris or minister consisting of the prime minister, the Purahita, the Senapati, and the Yuvaraja, and the other circle of minister consisting of the Mantri Parishad, Amityas, and Adhyakshas. The outer circle of mantris consisting of people noted for their wisdom and justice. These mantris probably correspond to Mahamantris of Ashoka. The king chiefly relied on the inner circle of the mantris for assistance and guidance for the development of the country and the welfare of the people. The Mantri Parishad, which occupied a lower rank and was not consulted by the king on all occasions, but in time of emergency, he had bound by the decision of the majority of the Mantri Parishad. Amathyas discharged judicial and administrative functions. Adhyakshas headed the various departments in the country for the development. The government discharged constituent and ministrant function. The constituent or the most elementary function were to protect the country from external danger and internal threats, and to maintain peace and order in the country during the time of the Mauryas. The ministrant functions were to look after the various problems like trade, industry, hospital, roads, arts, and etc. The Mauryan government also discharged some welfare functions. It extended relief to the aged, orphan, widows, and the disabled. In the time of Ashoka, the administrative missionary was geared to discharge religious duties also. Hence, during the time of the Mauryas, the central administration was well functioned, and also the rulers of the Mauryan kingdom, they worked for the welfare of the people and also the development of the country. Thank you.